All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachach Kodash. I want to give double honors to our apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and salutations and many blessings to you elect Akyam across the four winds of this earth, kicking this word in sincerity and in truth. I'm the brother Sha'ar from the Great Millstone Dallas camp, and I just want to do a quick lesson, just a few words that are on my mind right now as I'm on my way to the Shaddai. All right, and pretty much, hey man, you Edomites are really scared, man. All right, as much as you try to hide it, and as much as you try to control the narrative on the news, all right, putting a so-called negative light on us, that's not gonna work. All right, little do you know that you're fulfilling the program of the Heavenly Father Yahweh. All right, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, you're pretty much the main antagonist in this movie. And as much as you try to push Israel or push the truth away, the truth is gonna do nothing but prevail, man. As it's written in Isaiah, the 55th chapter, the 11th verse, it says, loosely paraphrasing, his word's not gonna return void. All right, so whatever that you try to do to stop this word from going out, you're only gonna further this word from going. All right, a lot of eyebrows are being raised from Israelites. Who are these guys out here? And it's a lot of questions that are going to be asked. So thank you. Okay. Ultimately, you read in Revelation where it says this devil knows he has a short time, so he's going to send forth great wrath. Well, that awakening is going to come first. All right, because there's a lot of Israelites that are believing, that are on YouTube, that are looking, and they're going to get to the point where they're going to actually start coming out. And they're going to actually visit the prophets, and they're going to want to make themselves as a living sacrifice as well, man. They're going to be willing in that day. All right. That's why it's written in Psalms 110, thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power. All right. They'll be willing to make themselves a living sacrifice just as we are. All right. I went into that in my most previous lesson, going into how that symbolically represents that free will offering. All right. I believe that word in the Hebrew for willing is navadah. All right. But ultimately, when they see Israelites coming out, and a lot of these Israelites looking like other nations coming out listening, man. All right. They're gonna really send forth their wrath. We understand. We know the mark of the beast is coming. We know martial law is coming. Really, what we're just waiting for is the order of all of this and how it's going to take place. OK, but ultimately, this devil is really getting butthurt, man. All right. He's really upset at the fact that his nakedness is being shown. All right, as is written, how are the things of Esau sought out? Okay, I mean, the skirt's being lifted. Okay, even in the book of Isaiah, the 25th chapter, it goes into the covering cast being set loose. That veil that's covered all the nations, and that veil represents the lies that this devil had pushed for eons, ever since he's been in the power seat. All right, he first wants to lie and say that civilization started with the Greeks. Okay, that the Roman Empire was the best empire of all time. All these lies are being revealed, and once you actually go into the history, and all you got to do is look on YouTube, you really see that the way this devil that ruled the planet Earth for these 1,000 years have been extremely tacky, and it's been nothing but a counterfeit version of how other ancient civilizations and other nations that ruled the Earth. They've just done it in a more tackier form, and they've copied off of one and everything. Okay, and now we see this devil who he truly is, the forked-tongued liar and deceiver who he is, and who we're talking about, you so-called white people. All right, the elephant in the room. Okay, I mean, look at everything that he's doing around the world. Look at how he's trying to put this negative light on this movement. All right, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans waking up to who they are, and you see the stuff that they're putting in the news. All right, and that's only stuff that's going within this country. All right, look at all the people that this devil's killed all over the world. Look at all the death and all the blood that's on his hands right now. We was talking about this last week at camp, going into the Israeli, who are the Amalekites, by the way. All right, one of the chief house in Edom. You got those Amalekites that are over there in the state of Israel. When you go into that word state, it means condition. But you got those Amalekites over there in Israel right now who call themselves Israeli, and they're bombing the hell out of those Syrians. All right. And it just shows you that these Edomites, you Americans, you Israelis, all you Edomites around the world are just nothing but bullies. Because as you bomb the hell out of Syria, all right, you're telling Syria not to bear arms against them, or else you'll send forth more wrath unto them. Now, what type of shit is that? Excuse my language, but what type of stuff is that? You're bombing the hell out of these people, and then you tell them that you're going to send forth more wrath on them if they fight back? That sounds like nothing but a big bully, man. All right? And ultimately, it's going to get so bad that a spiritual presence is going to have to intervene and crack those skies open and send forth judgment unto you Edomites. 2/3 you Jakes and also you heathen. Excuse me. All right? But it's going to get bad out here, man. It's going to get very bad. Our big brother Yahushua is getting ready to come back here very soon. All right, he's going to get ready to deliver his elect out of the hands of the wicked. There's only so long that you can rule this unjustly, man. You look at the state of the earth. You can look at animals. You look at the people. You look at the trees. You look at the plant life. Everything's mourning within this devil and the rulership. Okay, and even when you go into the waters, man, and we talk about this all the time. This devil had ruled the earth and had polluted the earth so bad, and we talk about this quite often. You literally have a floating pile of trash on the ocean that's the size of France. Only a devil will do that, man. As much as you people can say, oh, you blame everything on the white man. Look at everything that's happened while he's been in power. Look at everything that's happened to the planet Earth. All right? Yeah, as much as you devils complain about all the polar ice caps are melting, all these things are taking place, all the water's turning into blood, this hasn't really happened this severely until this devil had got into the power seat, man. Something has to be done. Last week I watched that movie Aquaman. And it's a very good movie. You know, it's pretty dope. But you go into this scenario where you have the people who call themselves Atlanteans, and that's one of the nations that live underwater. It's 7 nations that live underwater, and then they're pretty much getting ready to battle the land or battle the people that live on the earth. And what they had done, and I found this very funny when I watched it, very interesting. They sent tidal waves, like tsunamis, on every coast, just to make a statement. And after the water had receded, it was all the trash, all the pollution that these devils had thrown in the water, and they had sent it back on the earth. And they tried to play the victim role on the movie. Oh, there's so much trash that got sent here on the earth just by these tsunamis. We don't know what happened. And when you watch it, they was pretty much make a statement like, we giving all this trash that y'all fed our waters back to you. Okay? So I just found that funny and looked at it symbolically and looked at it spiritually, that everything's fighting against this devil right now, man. And your skirt's being lifted. And your shame is being shown. All right? And it's gonna take a divine presence to bring death and destruction to you devils, man. And that's happening very soon. As much as you hate to admit it, and as much as you say we sound crazy and we look crazy, hey, it don't matter, man. The way your destruction is gonna come in a crazy fashion. It's gonna come in a very unfathomable fashion. All right? Hey, what you see on the what you see on the highways and byways from people that you presume to be niggas and spics and Uncle Tomahawks, all right? Hey, man, with that word that we're preaching, it's becoming a terror unto you. And you're being more scared and scared. So the reason why you see us all on the news and all these things taking place, these devils been to who we were. This is just the time for him to put this out now. This is his time. Because you read it in Isaiah 19 that talks about those 5 cities in Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt. And that number 5 represents a gathering. And that symbolically represents the Israelites gathering together, starting with Great Millstone, because we have the 100% truth. And as much as you people hate it and want to talk down on it, it's just the truth. All right, and we're gonna find out at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, Israel is still preaching against this devil, and that's a beautiful thing. They're still letting this devil know to his face who he is. All right, so those 5 cities in Judah are going to be a terror unto Egypt, and it is. That's why we see the way they're reacting like this so much, man. All right, so let's stay on fire. Let's keep on pushing this word. Our big brother Yahushua is getting ready to come back soon, man. We only have a short time here in this captivity. All right, America's finished. America's through. It's only a few more prophecies left. So be of good joy. Be of good courage and be excited, man. And continue to abound in his word. Hey, Lord, when this was edifying, I'm going to end it off on that. I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory due to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great